What's up, this is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, continuing our series on the European Gaming League tournament for Halo 4. These pros are having a blast. They just played their first ever game on Haven, and now they are going to play Adrift. This map is very, very different. It is a close quarters map with a lot of blocked sight lines, unlike Haven, which was a smaller map, not as maze-like like this map, and it had a lot of top-mid control that was extremely important to winning the game. Right here, you'll see that the players will move around top mid, players will move around the network exterior on this map, but all in all, I can't really tell what the superior strategy is, so let's try to find it out as we watch this. Right here, that hard light shield didn't seem to do much for that guy. He was just stalling, didn't have his teammates around him to support him, and he got taken out by one of Chalky's teammates. Red team is up with the first kill, 10-0, moving back to help his teammates right here. Good thing he was there, took out that guy, and now he's going to help 2v1 all the blues that come in. That's 1, 2, and now a third guy. 3 is going to go down to the teamwork of this red duo, now up 20. Score just changed. One person must have died, and this is Infinity Slayer, so it has instant respawns. As you know, in Halo 4, you can choose what you want to start with in your loadouts, and these guys are going to go with the DMR again for the most part. This DMR has a skin that you get for one of the pre-orders. I don't know if you can, I think you can actually download these skins, whether it's through a code, or you can get the skins through ranking up. Certain specializations and probably cosmetic armor pieces will be unlocked as you play the game and progress through your ranks. Beautiful double kill from Chalky right there. He's going to get taken out right afterwards, but solid shots to take out that enemy while he was already weak. We know that in most types of combat that if you're down in numbers, you're probably going to lose, right? Whereas if you have teammates at your side, like in a 2v1, you're probably going to win. So notice that as we go through this gameplay, right here, this red is doing a really good job of forcing the blue to come after him. MVP is going to chase the kill down, which is smart, get a beautiful grenade. He should have been absolutely dead, but that red ran right into his nade, and he's going to pick up a double. Red team is up 130-90 though, even with MP going clutch right there. He's going to move around the map and try to get more towards his teammates. Now, I'm really curious how competitive play is going to evolve on this map. This is problematic. MVP, run. Don't do it. Don't do it. Your teammate just died. There's 2 reds right there. Are you going to stay here and challenge us? He's going to stay here and challenge us. What's going to happen? He's going to try and take out this guy. 2 reds are going to charge him, and he's dead. That was just silly, but we know that they're just having fun. Blackjack commented on my last video. He's one of the pro players here, and he said, you know, this is their first games. They weren't really, they didn't know all the nuances about the armor abilities and the way that the game types worked. A lot of them don't know that you have default sprint even, as you'll see in this gameplay. So they're really just having fun with it. Of course they're competitive. Of course they want to win, and they're trying their best, getting really solid shots on here, but he sees this enemy around the corner. Okay, look at this regen. As he's not getting shot, his shields come back, but when he's getting shot in the region, his shields don't come back. He absolutely should not have charged it. He should have stayed back, shot the enemies, and taken down their shields while he's full shield in his region at all times, using that cover. And basically, you just want to use regen around walls. This is a close quarters map, so I think regen could be crucial for helping your teammates stay alive. Baxter challenging a 1v2. As we know, not always the brightest, even if his shots were absolutely perfect. It's a very close game, only down by 4 kills on the blue team. We're now on board with Baxter on Uprising. The red team, don't ask me why the colors are switched. I don't know. Someone could probably explain it in the comments. Going to get an assist on a teammate right there. Now check out this overshield. Are they scared of it? No way. They got 3 reds. They're going to charge and take his shields out immediately instead of running away like little girls because he has double shield. A lot of people are saying the overshield actually in Halo 4 isn't that strong, that 1 extra bar of health, or shield rather, isn't enough to truly make a difference in the game. Right there we saw that it honestly didn't make much of a difference, but who knows, maybe it could in certain situations. I think it can. Right here, beautiful sword double kill, getting greedy, charging for the triple, and he's almost going to die, but his teammate's going to beam rifle the heck out of that guy, so he's going to go down. Now check this out. Baxter's going to charge out here and get taken out by this player who uses the man cannon. That lift can instantly put someone on the enemy team right into that position to take out any weak players moving away from that. So this map is very much like a maze, and I think once pro players understand the maze, it's going to make a lot more sense to them. There's going to be a lot more strategic gameplay, because as we can tell, this is much slower paced than Haven. Haven's more of a run and gun, control the map kind of thing. This is much more more of a move around with teammates, try to get into good situations with your teammates in close quarters, and then maybe send a guy around on the flank. But we haven't really seen a lot of that coordinated gameplay, whereas on Haven we definitely saw some flanks. It was definitely more intuitive for the pro players to engage with that map. Now right here, Baxter's going to move in the middle. Beautiful kill on this guy, plus 20 for revenge and headshot and Avenger medals. That's going to add up for his ordnance, so he can get an ordnance drop faster. Checking grenades, he sees on his map someone close to him, but unfortunately the radar didn't give him the right information, or he just misread it. Oh, look at that unicorn right there. We know that on the radar, red diamonds are enemies and yellow diamonds are teammates, and there's also vertical information in Halo 4. If there's an arrow under them, as you can see, then they're below you. If there's an arrow above, then they're sufficiently above you to warrant that arrow. So we know that if you don't move or if you crouch, you don't show up on radar. But if you are moving, then it seems like these indicators just naturally tell you the height level of your enemies, which is extremely useful in multi-tiered maps. We saw a system like that in Reach, and I found it very useful for knowing where players are. Right now, we're on board with Blackjack, my favorite jetpacker and probably my favorite pro in the European Gaming League, because he commented on my last video. He basically said they're having a good time, so don't try to overanalyze their decisions, even though they are competitive. And he thought it was really silly that he fell off the map with that jetpack, which I honestly thought was one of the highlights of the Haven gameplay. I started laughing and had a really good time, so I want to thank Blackjack for giving us some entertainment value with these games. Right here, such a close match. Look at this, Blackjack in top mid with his teammate, and they're going to try and support each other, looking around for the Reds to take out. Now a tie game, 320 to 320. This is going to be a close match all the way through to the very end, actually. Very, very exciting gameplay. Pushing in with his teammate, trying to avoid those grenades by jumping over them. He's going to take a lot of damage though, so trying to stay alive by pulling back, waiting for his shields to respawn. Now he's with his teammate. He sees that his teammate turns around, so he turns around. Notice that he didn't keep pushing. He's held back, and he's now in this room with his 4 teammates. But it's very much a standoff. The Reds don't want to push into this room because the Blues are in control of it, and the Blues don't want to push outside because the Reds are in control of that. So these players need to figure out optimal ways in order to break setups and get shots on the players that are stationary. Because typically, if you're stationary in Halo, that's a bad thing. Someone could come around at an angle, beautiful headshots just like that, and take you out. Maybe they have a sniper rifle, maybe they have a really solid sticky grenade that they'll throw at you. But typically, you want to be the team that's moving, the team that is dynamic, and try not to just like sit in one position, because then your team, or the enemy rather, can move all around the map, pick up weapons, pick up grenades, and optimally place themselves to take you out. That's why you'll notice a lot of these players like to keep moving, even if they know that waiting in a certain area might be quote-unquote camping and might help them get a kill. They try to stick with the team, and they try to be dynamic. Now right here, look at these Reds, how strong their teamwork is. They are not winning right now because it's such a close game, but I have a feeling that they're going to get some kills with this setup, because this is 4 Reds moving as a pack. If they stay close enough to each other, they will be able to support every single kill that comes their way. Right here, check this out, 2v1 on the blue in the middle, and I think there's going to be some extra blues. Let's see what happens. Chalky, who I believe is leading the red team in points right now, pushing in, tries to get this kill, and then he gets taken out by this flank. That's actually, I take that back. That's not a flank, that's a bait and switch. The one guy gets shots, runs away, and then the next blue comes out and takes him out. A very useful strategy if you have 2 guys facing a team. Now this guy has sword around the corner, so he's going to want to try and be sneaky, but he's going to avoid those grenades. Looked like he was a little bit too far back though, and then he's going to get taken out instead of getting a kill with the sword. And this is interesting, another regen. So we know that if they're in a regen, they can take cover and not and they can get their shields back and then just pop out and kill you repeatedly. So I'd say be aggressive on regens. Don't just let them sit in there and get their shields back. Push in, especially right there. There was a sword that allowed you to actually clean up anyone who would have been in the regen. So the team unfortunately wasn't in there for them, but they did lose the sword, and now we're going to move on board still with Chalky. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's 420, 420. I'm just excited to be here. Now look at this. There's so many weapons around the map. There's Needler on the bottom, there's grenades, and there's an overshield right next to him. He just walked over it. I don't think he noticed it, but his teammate is going to, and he's going to pick it up, and he's going to move in. They're up by 1 kill. You really don't want to die in these situations. Check out that beautiful green glow. That's how you know someone has OV. If they're red, that means they have damage boost, and if they're blue, that means they have speed boost, which also makes you reload faster. Right here, he's going to pick up the sword, but he's going to activate the saw. You saw saw incoming, and then it dropped. If someone had been under that, they definitely would have died. He drops the sword for another teammate, which is smart because now you have power weapons spread out. It'll be much more useful than if you're hogging the power weapons for yourself, where you can only use one, and therefore they're only being half their used maximum potential. Now the reds are going to go over. The blue up here has height advantage on them, so they're probably not going to engage. They're going to shoot at him a little bit, and then they're going to run away because they don't want to be weak. They see that his teammates are closing in and are nearby, and Chalky really doesn't want to lose this saw. Now, unfortunately, he's not going to have very solid gameplay with it. I don't think he even gets a kill with it. He's just sort of running around, playing it very, very safe, almost sheepish-like, and he's going to wait for them to push in on him, but they're not going to. So I'm going to take this opportunity just to say that EGL actually contacted me about my commentary on Monday, and they were happy that I was promoting their content, and they actually look forward to working with me in future tournaments to help promote their content, and they might even help cross-promote me, which would be really, really cool. I love bringing competitive gameplay to casual gamers. And that's, I think, what my audience is a lot of casual gamers, some competitive players, but I try to break things down and try to help you understand exactly what's going on so that you can make smart decisions and you can understand Halo at a competitive level, whether it's just because you want to watch competitive gameplay and you enjoy it that way, or because you want to improve as a competitive player yourself. And so if you want to go check out EGL's channel, it's EGL Pro. I'll link to it in the description, and you can go see their videos with the normal British commentary that they had over the tournament to start. So now that saw gameplay was so boring that they're like, all right, we're going to switch on overboard to MVP on Apex. He's getting great shots on the red here, and he's going to use the regen perfectly behind cover. If that red had challenged him, he would just be losing shields, while MVP would always have full shields behind that cover, unless he got hit with a grenade or an explosive or got charged. Sorry, excuse me. Oh man, this commentary is taking so much out of me. But we're almost towards the end. There's 20 seconds left. 480 to 470. This blue team really needs to get a kill in order to come back. And he's gonna go down. No, MVP. It's now 490 to 470. I think right there he pressed X to instantly respawn, and that also made him use the armor ability. I think we're gonna see that on a lot of people using bumper jumper. Oh, only a few seconds left, and it looks like that's the end of the game, and Apex is going to be defeated. We have another game coming up, Solace. If you want to subscribe to my channel when that video comes out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, subscribe for more. This is Nak3d Eli, and thank you so much for watching.